Holographic training facilities are huge! I mean, seriously, there's so many clans that have them or really want them. And you know what? For those clans that really want them, that's what this video is for. I am bringing you a tutorial on how to build a holo from scratch. That's it. Everything. The obstacle course, the gunfighting, the sword fighting, the scripting, everything. It'll work perfectly. So, let's get started. So, insert my model, the holo pack. And what you're going to do is, if you're not good with following me along, that's fine. Just open up the readme script and I'll tell you what to do for this part. So, you're going to select the tools, the weld arm script, and the model's loading GUI and programs. You're going to cut it, and you're going to paste it into lighting. And you're also going to take new gun GUI, you're going to cut that, and you're going to also paste that into lighting as well. As for the rest, you can cut the chat service, but you have to keep the rest. Cut that, and you're going to go paste that, all the remaining GUIs, into the starter GUI folder. So now you're left with only the spawns. Now, if you do not know the Roblox controls and any of that, WASD is to move, or arrow keys. And on top of that, the control shortcuts are quite simple. I'm gonna insert a part. So, the copy is Control C, and the paste is to Control V. Control Z is to undo, and Control Y is to redo. Control X is to delete. And if you select two parts at the same time, or anything like that, or two models even, and if you press Control G, it groups them into a model. Control U undoes this, or ungroups it. And yeah, that's basically it. Also, if you're holding one part over another, and you press R, it rotates it, and if you press T, it tilts it. And you have to play with it a little bit in order to fully master rotating and tilting. So let's start with our first part, which is going to be our spawn. It's going to be this entire part here. So I'm going to copy and paste so there's two parts on top of each other, and the part below it's going to be bigger. The part on top is going to be green. Yeah, that's not green. Green, and it's going to be grass. And this is going to be slate. So it looks like a rock on top of grass on top of a rock. And make this a little bigger, move it over. So this is going to be my spawn. It seems pretty big, but it's actually not really. Damn it. I'm really big with even neatness, especially with ground you're going to be walking on. There we go. Perfect. And let's ungroup that and that. So they're all separate parts. There we go. Perfect. All even. Everything. So now we're going to surround this with mountains, which I'm just going to simply copy a piece of slate, make it a little thinner, and make it up higher. That's a little too high. There we go. So we're going to make this basically encompass the entire thing. Alright, there we go. Turn it like this. Unfortunately, I hate working with slants, but in order to get good detail, you have to do it. Basically, doing this, I know it seems a little like hard work, but this actually guarantees that no one will fall off the map, which seems very unprofessional if your base plate just ends. So that's why with this, your base plate doesn't just end and people actually could stay in the game a little bit. You never want people to see the sky below them. It just looks very unprofessional. You always have to have something go off into the horizon even. That's why I usually like to make oceans in my forts, or if I just make everything encased in a mountain. And one last one. There we go. Perfect, I guess. Good enough. So this is our base plate for our spawn point. Now I'm just gonna make a little path. And the path is gonna be colored a little lighter like that, so it looks like an actual sidewalk. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it divide into a couple different ways. Like that. And I'm going to copy this and turn it this way. We could go like this. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to copy this, make it rather big actually, and I'm going to insert a cylinder mesh into it. So it's a circle, they connect at a circle. I'm going to make a couple of these circles, and like one over here. And I'm also going to make one over here. So that's our little path system. Each one's going to have a different spawn. And now I'm going to make one last path. This is where like our lineup area is going to be. Alright there, let's get some trees in here. Now I actually have to fix the tree model a bit. I'll update the model for you guys. So this is gonna be grass, and this is gonna be wood. And now the trees are ready to go. I'm just gonna make a bunch of trees. There are our trees. Looks very nice. One thing I would like to ask of you, and I hope it's not much, is to put this memorial in your fort. One of my classmates a few years ago committed suicide, and I would really appreciate it if you would put his memorial in your fort or place or whatever. My whole entire like class and I would really appreciate it. And basically, if you have a problem with suicide, just please talk to someone. You don't really want to make anyone go through the pain that we went through when we lost our friend. So please, if you need to talk to someone, please do it. It's worth it. Alright. So this is our spawn area. Gonna have a little rally center. This is where like everyone's gonna be lined up. This is the podium. I'm going to delete the pads. You don't have to, but I don't like the pads that much. And I'm also going to go into the model a bit. I'm going to actually lower this down to that size. Copy this. Make like 2 of them. Let's make them red for my group. And we have our whole spawn area. So that's it for this part, guys. I hope you really this really helped you, and please tune in for next part. See you guys then. Hey guys, Andy here, and if you really like those tutorials, make sure to click the next one in the series right here. If you want to see additional tutorials for practically anything else, click here, and if you want to see my channel and subscribe, click here. Thanks for watching and enjoy.